$15.5 million children in the United States, her household, experience domestic violence at least once a year. And she was 14 when she realized the horrors that her house held. For her, coming home from school every day was stepping into a world where straight A's did not ingratiate her to her parents, who strictly graded her. Her family report card had comments of irresponsible, so stupid, so careless. How could she be so ugly all the time? What will other parents think of us? Unable to do work at home, she retreated to math books where some problems seemed to have solutions, but that made it harder to find the fraction relationships where the answers were not odd-numbered in the back of the book. Despite all the studying, she couldn't understand certain numbers, like how 2/3 of aggressors in violent families are fathers, and over 50% of victims are daughters. So when her 112 pounds collided with his 5 knuckles to make one statistic, she didn't get it. What she did know was that V sub F equals V sub O plus AT, which means the final velocity of his fist equals the initial velocity plus its acceleration times time, where time is the only unknown variable as his backhand flies through time into the future, upending all her trust in men and coming back to upend her trust in herself. She couldn't understand. She couldn't understand the numbers of bruises that he left on her ego, or the broken blood relationships that she now had with her mother and her brother, who stayed locked in their rooms instead of speaking out, even though they could both do the math. She would binge on schoolwork and purge her suicidal thoughts into the margins of the work she did at home. Hugging the toilet for salvation, she sought to eliminate the hand on her face by sticking 2 fingers down her throat and watching her life spiral down the drain, searching for control in the toilet bowl. This is the part of the story where I tell you how she took a journey down the road guided by the skill of the stainless steel. One night, knife to thigh, she realized that maybe what she was dying to do would be worth living for. That maybe what was killing her could someday save another life. That maybe what happens to you does not happen to you, but happens for you. So, today, she fights to prevent violence, so that she never has to see the purple that was on her cheeks on the face of another. But she also fights to create compassion, so that one day her father might see the face of his daughter. So that one day, when we look at the faces of strangers, we see our brothers and our sisters. That is why, when I hear someone use violent language, or talk about hitting someone or smacking that, I say, 15.5 million children in households across the United States experience domestic violence at least once a year. And when I was 14, I witnessed the horror that the house held.